All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh.
5 at 5 grocery store giant Kroger is set to close dozens of its stores nationwide over the next 18 months.
Hey, truth seekers. Welcome to another eye-opening episode of Truth on the Table, where we slice through the food industry's lies like a dull knife through an overripe melon. Today, we're tracking a core issue, the sneaky world of grocery store fruits that look tempting, but deliver disaster. We're spotlighting 7 major chains across America, where buying fruit is a gamble that you'll lose. Think bruising bananas, pesticide-packed peaches, and berries that mold before you blink. These spots skimp on freshness, jack up prices for junk, and rely on shady sourcing that leaves you with sour deals. We've dug into consumer rants, expert reports, and insider scoops to back this up. So if you're tired of fruit fails, like this video, subscribe for more raw reveals, and let's core out the corruption. Buckle up. This is gonna get pithy. Picture this. You load up on what seems like vibrant vitamins, only to find mushy messes days later. Grocery giants promise paradise in the produce aisle, but these 7 are peddling pitfalls. We'll unpack the problems from rapid rot to chemical overload, with real shopper stories and data drops. Starting with a budget darling that's more bust than bargain. Number 1. Aldi. First on the chopping block, Aldi. Oh, Aldi, the no-frills hero for penny pinchers everywhere. Until you hit the fruit section and realize it's a low-key horror show. You go in for deals on grapes or kiwis, but walk out with a ticking time bomb of spoilage that hits harder than buyer's remorse. Here's the bitter truth. Aldi's fruit often arrives from distant suppliers, sitting in warehouses and trucks for far too long, leading to premature decay. Shoppers on Reddit and X rave about the low prices but roast the quality. One user shared pics of strawberries turning fuzzy in 24 hours, calling it a mold festival. A 2023 survey of over 500 consumers ranked Aldi among the worst for fresh produce, with complaints about rubbery melons and flavorless pears that taste like cardboard. Recent 2025 reviews echo this. Fruits like bananas brown overnight, and pre-packed berries hide mold under the top layer. Plus, limited organic options mean more exposure to pesticides. Strawberries and grapes here often test high on the EWG's Dirty Dozen list for residues. Employees admit minimal quality checks due to the fast turnover model, so you're basically playing fruit roulette. And while prices seem sweet, the waste factor makes it a false economy. Throwing out half your haul ain't saving money. Aldi, you're like that cheap date who ghosts after one outing. All promise, no follow-through. Skip this for fruit and hit a local co-op instead. Or freeze your own. Way less drama. Comment your Aldi fruit flops. Did your apples turn to applesauce too soon? Let's vent. Number 2. Safeway. Next, Safeway. The safe way. More like the stale way. This West Coast staple lures you with convenience. But their fruit game is a straight-up letdown. Full of limp limes and overripe regrets that make you question every bite. Dig into the dirt. Safeway sources from big agribusiness, often with long supply chains that zap freshness. Yelp and Facebook groups are littered with rants. One shopper in 2025 described avocados as rotten roulette, with half the batch bad on arrival. A Kiplinger report ranked Safeway among the worst chains for overall quality, citing poor produce turnover and inconsistent inspections. Fruits like cherries and oranges frequently show up waxed to hide age, but taste bland or sour. Pesticide concerns loom too. Non-organic apples and pears here align with the EWG warnings for high residues, potentially up to 95% contaminated. BBB complaints highlight moldy mangoes and underripe bananas that never soften. Plus, urban stores suffer from neglect, per X-Threads. Compared to rivals like Sprouts, Safeway's selection lacks variety and vibrancy, often overpriced for the subpar shelf life. Safeway, your fruits are safe, like a blindfolded tightrope walk, risky and ridiculous. If you must shop here, inspect like a CSI agent and opt for canned alternatives. Spill in the comments, what's your Safeway fruit nightmare? We're all peeling with anticipation. Number 3. Target, the one-stop shop for everything from teas to toys. But fruit? It's like they tossed in a produce section as a prank. You enter for socks and exit with sad citrus that's overpriced and underwhelming. Target's not built for groceries, and it shows in the fruit flops. Low inventory means slow turnover, so those watermelons and blueberries linger, bruising or molding fast. Mashed in shopper forms blast the quality. One 2023 piece warned against buying fresh produce here due to small, expensive selections that spoil quicker than at dedicated grocers. Ex-user shares stories of bruised peaches and flavorless grapes, with prices hiking 20 to 30% above competitors for the same imports. No strong local sourcing means higher pesticide risks on Dirty Dozen staples like strawberries. A Business Insider review noted everything looks fresh but lacks substance, and Reddit threads from 2022 to 2025 confirm avocados turn black overnight, and the organic range is tiny. It's hit or miss, but mostly miss in non-super targets. Target nails the impulse buys, but fruit? You're fumbling worse than a dropped cantaloupe. Pro hack: grab bagged frozen fruits. They're less likely to let you down. Like this if Target's fruits have tanked your snack plans, and subscribe for more grocery gotchas. Number 4. Walmart. Number 4. Walmart. The low-price overlord that dominates aisles everywhere. But in the fruit department, it's often a nightmare of neglected nectarines and contaminated cantaloupes. Some locations shine, but too many are rolling the dice on your health. Former staffers spill the beans. Produce ships in battered, leading to shelves stocked with damaged goods despite protocols. One ex-employee revealed repackaging unwashed spilled fruits like grapes. Ew. Consumer Reports and 2025 surveys rank Walmart low for produce quality, with rants about moldy strawberries and rubbery apples that test sky-high for pesticides per EWG's Dirty Dozen, including over 90% residue on grapes and peaches. Reddit users in 2025 call out quick spoilage, like bananas browning in hours, and poor variety in rural spots. Food safety recalls, like 2024 salmonella-linked melons, tie back to handling lapses. Prices lure you in, but the health hazards and waste? Not worth the bargain bin vibes. Walmart, you're cheap like knockoffs. But my gut isn't a discount experiment. Go organic or scrub obsessively if you dare shop here. Share your Walmart fruit fails below. Let's expose the empire. Number 5. Kroger. Coming in at number 5, Kroger. This everyday giant's everywhere. But their fruits? A risky bet with past prime picks and sneaky chemicals that'll make you rethink that smoothie. Kroger's under scrutiny for pesticide-heavy fruits. Non-organic strawberries and cherries often carry multiple residues, topping EWG's 2025 Dirty Dozen. Suppliers use wax coatings to fake freshness, but shoppers report bland tastes and quick rot. Reddit tales of grapes raisioning overnight abound. A 2025 Kiplinger ranking dubs Kroger as one of the worst for quality, citing warehouse delays in repackaging wilted items. Urban stores fare worse with neglected stock per X complaints, and despite policy updates to cut toxins, testing shows lingering issues on apples and pears. Variety's decent, but overpricing for subpar shelf life stings compared to locals like Wegmans. Kroger, your wax job's as convincing as a bad toupee. Fools no one. Ditch for farmers markets or grow your own. Drop Kroger horror stories in the comments. We're juiced for tea. Number 6. Save-A-Lot. The ultimate budget buster that promises to save you money. Yeah, by skimping so hard on quality that your fruit haul turns into a science experiment before you even unpack. You think you're winning with those rock-bottom prices? But it's just a rotten trap disguised as thrift. Peel back the layers. Save-A-Lot's deep discounts come at the cost of freshness, with produce often sourced from the cheapest suppliers, leading to rapid spoilage and contamination risks. In 2025, Chicago Sun-Times and WBEZ reports highlighted multiple stores plagued by overflowing dumpsters attracting rats, directly impacting produce hygiene. Neighbors raged about rodent infestations near fruit displays. Yelp reviewers blast the chain for improper culling, with shelf lives under 3 days. One 2025 post described strawberries as mold magnets that spoil instantly, and Trustpilot complaints pile on about discolored, old-looking fruits like bananas and grapes that go bad faster than anywhere else. BBB logs show dozens of grievances for expired or rotten items, including fruits hidden under layers of decay in packs. Ex-users in 2025, like one from Baltimore, suggested a lawsuit over consistently rotten produce. Echo the chaos, with photos of fuzzy peaches and slimy oranges. Kiplinger's 2025 worst chains list includes Save-A-Lot for poor quality control, citing minimal inspections and high pesticide residues on non-organic options per EWG data. Strawberries here often hit 90% contamination rates. Urban locations suffer most, with neglected stock and limited variety making it a gamble not worth the savings. Save-A-Lot, you're saving us from eating fresh fruit altogether, like a diet plan nobody asked for. If you insist on risking it, buy in tiny quantities and eat immediately. Or better yet, raid a neighbor's garden. Hit the comments with your Save-A-Lot spoilage sagas. Did your apples turn apocalyptic? Let's dish the dirt. Number 7. Giant Eagle. And finally, this regional powerhouse struts like a premium player. But their fruit section? It's a disappointing dive into decay, with picks that promise eagle-eye quality, but deliver pigeon-level freshness and flavor. Here's the sour scoop. Giant Eagle's produce often suffers from slow turnover and inconsistent sourcing, resulting in fruits that arrive already on the edge of expiration. Yelp and SiteJabber reviews from 2025 slam the chain for poor quality, with shoppers tossing out moldy raspberries hidden in packs and complaining of fruits like apples and berries going bad within hours of purchase. One reviewer called it not fresh at all. Facebook groups, including local ones in Ohio and Pennsylvania, overflow with 2025 rants about stock issues and subpar produce, like wilted grapes and spotty bananas that never ripen properly. Reddit threads highlight growing complaints on product quality, tying into Kiplinger's 2025 ranking of Giant Eagle among the worst for groceries, citing warehouse delays and repackaging of aging items. Posts from users share horror stories, such as fruit spoiling in under 3 days, or stores failing to discard obviously bad items, with photos of fuzzy oranges and blackened avocados. Pesticide woes persist too. Non-organic strawberries and peaches align with EWG's Dirty Dozen warnings, showing high residue levels in tests. BBB complaints note neglected urban stores with limited organic options. And despite a 2024 price cut on produce, quality hasn't improved, per consumer feedback, making the variety feel deceptive and overpriced compared to competitors. Giant Eagle, your fruits are giant letdowns, like expecting a feast and getting feathers. Pro tip: stick to their bakery and fly elsewhere for produce. Smash like if Giant Eagle's berries have burst your bubble, and share your tales below. We're all flapping mad. There it is, the 7 fruit foes: Aldi, Safeway, Target, Walmart, Kroger, Save-A-Lot, and Giant Eagle. From moldy mishaps to pesticide pitfalls, they're serving sour surprises. But alternatives abound. Hy-Vee, Sprouts, Natural Grocers, Wegmans, and local markets deliver fresh, organic gems. Your health deserves better. Go there. Blown away? Smash like if you're rethinking your cart. Subscribe, bell on, And comment your store betrayals and faves. Check out our last vid on veggie villains. Link below. Stay fresh, Truth Fam.